Hello Libra, and welcome to Looking Glass Letterbox. This is Erica, and this is the general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for July 2017. So just a few things to consider and think about as we're going through June and running into July. I am using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck today, the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then I'm going to be clarifying with the Nicoletta Ceccoli Tarot deck. All right, and if you have not seen your June videos, the general readings for June, I posted those earlier in the month, and they're available for you. I posted a snapshot for the, the past few days to consider if you want to check that out for the new Tarot Diarist series. So if you're interested in tarot journaling, that would be an interesting one to follow or consider or check out if you're interested there. And also if you would like to get your own private video reading from me, I've listed information in the description for you. So you can contact me at looking.glass.letterbox@gmail.com if you would like to get your own personal video reading. All right, we're going to begin with the bottom of the deck, and you've got the Two of Cups. Beautiful. So that's belonging, unity, reciprocity, union, all guided on emotions and intuition. So a little bit soulmates or best friends or like a really resonant coupling energy that's available to you for July this year, or to consider engaging with in July. All right, and your spirit tarot is, or animal spirit tarot is the golden egg. So that's the unstruck sound. That's beautiful. So what is true for you? What is the truth that you, what is it that you have to say? Let me get a little bit more information for you here. So with the golden egg, it is the message at the center of the heart and the unstruck sound. So that is completely resonant with the Two of Cups here. Some of you may be getting engaged. Some of you may be asking out that person that you've had feelings for a very long time. You may finally be in a position to voice your interest and see how they feel, or it may be that you're just ready to ask for what it is that you truly, in your heart, in your soul, in your bones, want to be a part of. You're not content to just go through the day-to-day stuff that's not aligned with what your true intentions are. You may want to finally voice that interest and get involved with something that resonates with you. All right. So with the golden egg, that's, if you're not sure what it is, or if you have this niggling feeling that there's just, you're dissatisfied on some level, there's just something that's just a little bit off kilter. Retreat or retract from the noise and the static of everyday life. Find a quiet space and contemplate and consider, what is it that you really want? Where is it that you want to place your energy? Who is it that you genuinely want to be involved in? What relationships do you want to support and nurture to flourish? And which ones are acting contrary? Like which relationships aren't working out that you need to either reassess or walk away from? Okay, so this is about taking the time and the stillness and the silence and finding a space where you can really tap in to what is weighing heaviest on your heart. What is the concern that has stayed with you and has kind of been nagging at you in the back of your mind? Or what is it that you've really, really been interested in pursuing that you just haven't been able to bring yourself to take those first steps to advance upon, to engage? So it's about becoming vulnerable, or about being comfortable with your own vulnerability, and being tender and feeling gratitude and knowing that you can be well on your way, and that once you acknowledge and accept your intention and accept what it is that you want to behold, then that you can confidently move in the direction of that. And you'll recognize it. It'll be like you're seeing a friend or an acquaintance that has been away for a long time, and you've forgotten to remember that you've forgotten that or them or that relationship or that aspect, that part of yourself you've been detached from for so long that you've forgotten it. And then when you recognize it again, you're like, oh my gosh, that's right. That's part of me too. Why did I ever stop accessing that? Why did I ever stop engaging with that? So it'll be a recognition, and it's something that's been waiting for you to tap back into it again. Okay, so we are going to start here, and this is going to be sort of the central position, center sphere of influence to consider for July. And that is the Father of Wands. So that is about being in a position of authority and influence over your actions, and then also being in a position to sort of direct the actions of people around you, be sort of in command of the interactions of your sphere of influence. Okay, and the King of Wands, it's also fire energy, it's creative, it's visionary and entrepreneurial, so it's about sort of being in command of your own marching band. It's on a level that's sort of like dancing to the beat of your own drum, or marching to the beat of your own drum. But the Father, or the King of Wands, he's in charge of the whole drum line. So this is about being charismatic and in charge, and not in an oppressive way, but in a way that inspires allegiance, and the kind of charisma that attracts an audience. People just like to be around that kind of energy. So this is about being in a position of authority and influence and understanding over those sorts of things and the actions that are taken within those elements. This is the sphere of influence that is going to be passing out as we go into Cancer season in July. So that's sort of this is posted at the beginning of June. So this is sort of what's happening, or what's developing about the time that this video is posted, but it'll be moving out in July. And that is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords has been all over the place in readings so far for July. So there's some blocked vision, some decisions that you have to have faith that it's going to work out in a way that will be to your benefit. It's about taking actions or deciding to move forward, relying on your intuition and your faith that the outcome will be favorable. Because you don't know exactly what's going to happen. These crossed swords here, it's a little bit of a stalemate. You're not sure what it's going to look like after the decision is made. But the point with the Two of Swords is that you have to, you kind of have to fly a little blind with this particular decision. And because that's happening sort of right now, you may be stalled and not quite sure of the outcome based on a decision or a choice that you have available to you. Rely on that unstruck sound, that what you really want to align with. Acknowledge it, accept it, anchor that in with your intuition and the choice, the decision, the direction that you decide to take in your thoughts, because swords are our thoughts, our intellectual understanding, perception, and the stories that we attach to them. So this is what's happening in your head, trying to assess what decision to make. And then going into July, you're going to be in a element of powerful, active command and authority. All right, so you may have to make a decision with a little bit of blocked vision here, but you're going to be in a position to actually be active on a grander scale going into July. So once that decision is made, once you kind of decide, which direction to take, you're going to run with it, and you're going to be in command of it, and it's going to be very active, and you're going to be in a position of wonderful capability in bringing it to further fruition. And then this is also, again, it's related to belonging, to resonance. to unity of purpose. So you have the sort of crossed swords of your thought and what decision to take. That's going to rely on your intuition. And then you have the Two of Cups, which is your emotions, which is recognizing where you belong or what you belong to or who you belong to with based on your intuition. So there's a lot of intuitive decisions and foundations to what's going to be happening through June and into July, right? And then moving out through Cancer season and into Leo season, Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is going to be walking away from what no longer serves you, finding a new path. You've gone as far as you can go in relation to one course of action or one path or one way of life that you've been living. This decision may be in recognizing that what you've been doing or where you've been is no longer working for you. It's no longer for you. Not that it never was. It's just not for you anymore. And it's time to leave this path and recognize the path that you're supposed to be traveling on at this point. Recognizing where what you really want, what's really resonant within what is true for you, recognizing it and leaving this path behind to follow the path that's ahead for you. Okay? Wonderful. All right, not that this is easy. This is very easy because, previous situations are going to want to pull you back onto the old path. Previous behavior is going to want to pull you back onto the old path. That vision that you have, the reason people stay on a path that doesn't necessarily make them feel wonderful about the way they're living their life, but the reason they stay is because it provides some sort of illusion of security and stability that they feel that they're afraid to be without. So there is some fear aligned with the Eight of Cups, but it is an 8. So it is about engaging the strength of your character, the strength of your purpose, the strength of your endurance to be able to make it through to get where you're heading. The 8s are always about a time to apply that strength of your individual strength and all of those attributes to the endeavor that you are embarking upon or to the experience that you are having. Okay, and this one is about leaving behind a blocked or stalled vision and recognizing opportunity of union and unity and purpose and belonging. All right, so we're going to clarify with the Nicoletta Ceccoli Tarot and get a little bit more information on these cards for you. So let's clarify the Two of Swords, see maybe what this blocked vision is in regards to. Okay, so the vision of your future, Three of Wands. Again, it's about your actions and your desires, and this is about gazing out to the horizon, seeing the ships that are coming in, seeing what's out there and available to you. That's why this golden egg is in play. Connecting with whatever that part, that seed within yourself that holds the truth of what it is you really want, and being able to acknowledge it and accept it so that then you can start making plans and taking actions to head in those directions. So that is where you're blocked. Maybe you recognize what it is that you want, but you don't know how to get started. All right, so this is about checking your options, making plans, drawing up ideas, and, gazing out into the future and seeing what possibility lies. And then at that point, relying on your intuition just to try something, just to take some action to get you one step further forward, one step further away from old habits and old paths that no longer work, and one step toward where you belong and where you want to be. All right, and let's clarify the Father of Wands, this King of Wands here. And that is time and space and the changing of courses. So there's going to be some inevitable changes that are going to help assist you moving away from this path as well. So time and space are sort of working in your favor. They may be removing structures or support systems or things that you felt provided you security those things may be crumbling a little bit around you and just no longer available, not because it's your choice to walk away from them, but just because their time of application is up. They're just no longer available. So that's going to help you get you through this blocked vision and this stalemate of the Two of Swords and get you looking forward into the future to move forward, because there are going to be some options that are just, that you've relied upon possibly, that are just no longer going to be available to you. Focus. All right. So that's just time and space and circumstance. Turn in the dial so that you are in a position of needing to take some form of action. So you may as well tap into the action that you want to take and head in the direction of where you belong and what you really want. Because you're just not going to be able to stand still. You're not going to be able to not take some form of action, because there's going to be something that was previously available to you that's just not going to be available to you anymore because of time and circumstance. All right, so when those changes come around and when that information becomes available to you and you become aware that, all right, you're going to have to do something different, think about, if it's going to change anyway because of time and circumstance, if it's going to change anyway and you're going to have to do something different, you might as well choose to head in the direction of what you really want instead of looking for something that you don't want to do anyway. So move in the direction that you are resonant with, that you are aligned with, and walk down that path. Now let's clarify this Eight of Cups, get a little bit more information there. All right, and that's toward building to the Ten of Cups. That's the foundation. This is the happy family card. So happy family, happy circumstance. It may be that you've felt content and happy in the situation that is currently changing, but there was still something missing for you. So you may have felt that you were in a situation where it's like, I can't complain, everything's fine. We have enough money, we have enough food, we have a nice house. I have a reliable job with pleasant coworkers. What do I have to complain about? This is a happy life. I should not be having a problem with this. I should not be feeling in this Two of Swords space, because this is where I'm currently existing. Again, it's all about your perception. And it may be that it was, just delightful and wonderful for a time, but the Wheel of Fortune, time changes, course changes, things change and move on. Circumstances and situations develop and mature and, turn into, no longer how you've been there. Things are always progressing, always moving. So it may be just time to seek more, to seek a path that is more resonant with you, to seek a path that's going to enhance the happiness that you already have available to you, and just bring you to that further level of foundation and abundance and completion. All right, so it's not necessarily a terrible situation that you need to escape. It's just one of maybe complacency, one that maybe there's not a lot of growth left open to you that you require because there's something that you want to seek out. There's something else that you belong to or belong with or that you want to connect with, and it's because it's intuition. It's the two. It's related to the High Priestess and the mysteries of life and the world. So what is it that you would like to tap into? And what is it that you would like to add to this happiness that you've already built, to the foundation that you already have? What path is it that you need to take to just further fortify this as well? So it's not always leaving behind something that's terrible. Sometimes it's just allowing what you've already created to develop into a greater level of abundance or into a new era of experience. All right. Lovely. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Swords for the clarifying deck. And that is when you're going and when you're seeking out a new path, leave behind the stuff that is superfluous that you don't need to take with you. Leave behind those old thoughts, limiting thoughts, prohibitive thoughts, old stories that no longer apply, that aren't true, and pick up and take with you all of that those stories and perspectives and information that are going to support you and be important for you to have available to you to apply as you're seeking out this new experience and this new avenue of existence. Okay, so that is all that I have for you today, Libra. I hope you have an amazing, amazing July. If you enjoyed this, if you found it entertaining or helpful, please click the like button. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to be notified of when I have new videos going up and the Tarot Diarist Tarot Journaling series, you can subscribe and ring the bell for notifications if you like. And again, if you'd like your own personal video reading just for you, you can contact me at looking.glass.letterbox@gmail.com. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.